Okay, welcome to this week's Outfitter Tales.
Welcome, guys.
So, quite a busy week, but what we're going to bring you this week is we've just recently come back from Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire, where we help out on a cull. So we're going to bring you a package from there this week. So basically, when we go down there, it's a combination of fallow, muntjac and Chinese water deer, really.
Yeah. And then followed by a quick update on the winner of the Vortex binoculars. So we've got a little note from him, and
That was quite nice. So this week, I've just come back in from stalking with Robert from Bavaria. He's a regular, he's been coming for about 12, 13 years now. I was talking to him, he's a nice guy. So success. So we just put a deer in the larder before we started filling that. And you've been out.
I've been out with Connor, a guy from Canada.
Got a girlfriend over here, is that right?
So he's actually here at Cambridge University for some reason. He's actually serving military in Canada. He's been given a
scholarship.
Yeah, so he's doing a criminology degree in Cambridge.
So we've got a military man doing it. So obviously they've got problems in Canadian Armed Forces, then, haven't they?
Well, you know all about that, mate, don't you?
I do.
Ex-policeman.
I do. Provost officer.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, nice guy though, wasn't he?
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. So and the one, can I just say that on last week's clip, that when you were sort of struggling.
I wasn't struggling.
Well, you sent me off.
Yes.
To fetch your deer back in.
Yes.
So where were you this week when I'm abseiling down a cliff and climbing with crampons up the other side to fetch a road down from something like the Swiss Alps? Where were you?
I was far too busy, mate, with other clients, unfortunately.
Well, thanks for that. You know your mates, I don't you?
I've seen a couple of things you put out on Instagram this week. Yeah.
It's good, wasn't it? It's hard work. Robert appreciated it anyway while he stood and watched. In fact, I've done it again this morning because he sent me. The deer we shot this morning was inside the deer. You know where I am, the deer fence. We've got a fenced area, and there are deer in there. Actually, cattle in there as well, which shouldn't be. So we've got cattle and flipping deer in a deer fenced area. So how does that work? I'm sure the cattle have managed to scale over the deer fence to get into the.
Not in through the gates or anything.
No. Not just a bit of free grazing, but we'll leave that one alone. Anyway, we shot a row this morning because we can get to a position above the fence and kind of shoot down. So Robert shot a doe in this morning again. Stood watching while I abseiled over the.
Did you have to climb the fence?
Yeah, because it was a mile from the gate either way, so you're climbing the gate anyway, or pick that bit where we can climb underneath. No, straight over the top. Anyway, there we go. So I'll stop whinging about that now. Keeps me fit. Keeps me fit.
Hey. Chose your trade, mate.
Yeah. Right then, so coming up, we've got stalking down south. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Okay, for this week's package, we're down in Bedfordshire at Childerley Sporting HQ. I love coming down here, but this year we're doing something a little bit different. Normally we come down, or we will be coming down in February to do some culling with some guys towards the end of Paul's season. But a few sort of folk down here who wanted to try and get through the DSC Level 2. Sort of in between our assessments down here, again we got a bit of time, so there's a part of the estate which backs up to Paul's boundary, and an area where he's shooting on in a couple of days' time, so gave us the opportunity to get out. It's quite a large banking, bounded by some Scots pines. It kind of goes up to a footpath actually, and Paul's march at this side of the estate is actually the large trees. And we could glass from a distance what Chinese water deer have been doing during the day is going right out into the middle of the stubble, and it's quite undulating stubble. It's a bit like the downs here actually, but on this little bit. But they kind of lie right out in the middle of a couple of big mounds in the centre of the field. And the way the wind direction was, I was hoping we could kind of get round, work up the cover strip, kind of coming round behind them, and use one of the valleys in the large field to try and get into range. And if that failed on that particular group, there was some more in the adjacent field. So that was the tactic. So we actually use the valley to get into the back of a hedge which is covered with brambles, and on our side of the field we're actually below and out of line of sight to another group of deer that was kind of laid out in the barley field. Again, we had a bit of a backstop issue, so what we actually had to do was move further down the hedgerow, and I got two Chinese water deer. One was a larger buck pushing a young cull-buck around. The cull-buck was the one I wanted to shoot, but off the bipod I just couldn't engineer a shot. I left Graham behind filming, and then I kind of sort of crawled along the hedgerow probably about another 40 metres. That allowed me to get the bipod, to get my downward angle, and then I could get a really safe shot then. I was pretty sure if we waited long enough they'd come to a position where we could get a shot. Struggled a little bit for a suspended gralloch site, so we took advantage of one of Paul's lovely towers. So he got a tower built on the corner of his cover strip, so he carried the deer down and used the top rung on his tower to gralloch the deer. Simple matter then, into Rosack and walked back in across some pretty muddy, clayey fields. So boots were about £10 heavier by the time we got into the shoot HQ. I must admit, it's quite nice heading off down to sort of new ground.
Yeah, we're off there in a couple of weeks as well, aren't we?
Back again. Yeah, back in February. So that'll
I do like it down there.
It's easy.
Yeah. You
don't have to climb down cliffs. Yeah, you can drive your car to your deer, and it's open fields and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's nice. It's a privilege actually to go down. We enjoy doing it. Doing it a long time. I was trying to cast my mind back how long we've been going down there now, but that's well over 15 years. Yeah. So I actually know my way to deepest, darkest southern England now. That was really funny actually, because one of the guys, Darren, who stalks with us a lot from sort of the Manchester area, he was down at Centre Parks and sent me a picture down with his New Year, down with his family.
Overlooking the fens?
No.
From the monkey puzzle play?
The muntjac out the patio in the little chalet, feeding on the patio.
And I've been told about them a few times.
Three muntjac. Yeah, and his kids are all stood there, and the muntjac like here, like there, feeding around. Yeah, but they don't often. The big ones don't often venture out the other side of the fence. So I know where the chalet is actually. I might go fairly close to it next time. Give them a bit of a squeak, see if we can get them in. Yeah, so that's about it really. No.
Coming up. So Danny Parkinson, congratulations buddy, you won the Vortex binos. They've now been delivered to you, and here's a little clip from him just saying thanks.
Hi guys, just a quick shout out and a thank you to Outfitter Tales, South Ayrshire Stalking and Talon Gear. I've just received my Vortex Crossfires from your giveaway. Absolutely magic boys, thank you, over the moon. Cheers, all the best for 2025. Thanks again.
Yes, it's actually really nice to see when somebody gets a gift, gets the prize.
Thanks for sending that to us, Danny, by the way. It's appreciated, and also it proves that the prizes are actually given away.
We're not making it up. We should have news of that. We're hoping to do a sort of almost a monthly draw, and one or two people are making noises about working with us, which is good. So hopefully we'll be able to continue that again. So just need to keep the subscriptions going, so it keeps us gives us a chance to get gifts to give away. I do want to say one thing very quickly. I had a problem with a NOCPIX unit, which was not a problem with the NOCPIX unit, it was damage to the screen, so it was not mechanical or technical.
Electrical.
It happens when I'm a heavy-handed person anyway. And Hawke are the UK distributors of NOCPIX, and spoke to them. Unit was dispatched and came back 2 days later. So excellent after sales service from the guys at Hawke. So I think we should really mention that, because that's important.
You don't get that with a lot of the
Flipping right, you
thermal,
don't. Good communication, acknowledged receipt, chatted to me about what the problem was, and I think if you exclude the weekend, it probably was back here, recorded delivery, either the second or the third day from them getting it. So that's, I mean, look, anything can go wrong, and it wasn't wrong. It was a fault with the glass. As long as it's put right, you don't mind.
No, and that's what you pay the money for.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had bits of kit that I've sent away and I've not had it back for months.
No, it's bloody annoying. Oh, and no
when
communication.
when you're spending a lot of money on thermal kit that you use day in, day out, and it's part of your job.
You want good service.
Yeah.
So that's about it then. We'll go and do some more work, because we'll be heading out again shortly.
Away we go.
Off we. Right.
No rest for the wicked.
Joys of an outfit. That's good. So as always, thanks for watching, and keep liking and subscribing, because as I've said already, that's really important to us. It doesn't cost you anything. Drag some mates in, friends, family, whatever. Get them subscribing, get them watching.
Yep.
Watch this space. Good night from me.
Good night from him.
Cheers.
Cheers.